As I have a pending house move and will be significantly downsizing, I unfortunately have to make a start on getting my retro console and games collection ready to go into long-term storage. So I thought to take this as an opportunity to not only show off my collection to anyone on YouTube who might care to see it, but even I need to refresh my memory of what I actually own. In this video, we'll start with my 3DO collection. 3DO connoisseurs may notice that my FZ-1 box is the Japanese version. In America and Europe we have the sleeker black box to match the early 90s aesthetic. However, it does nicely match not only the peripherals sold for it here, like this box controller which is the larger FZ-1 type, but the FZ-10's box which was released in the style of the Japanese FZ-1, albeit the Japanese FZ-10's box was yellow and purple. This FZ-1 has been modified, as well as had the board being cleaned and recapped. It now has an optical drive emulator, meaning that I can play games from ROM data or ISO files stored on a USB memory stick. As well as the controller originally supplied with the system, and the box one, which is more of a display item, I have two more of the larger early type. This isn't for experimenting with the multiplayer daisy chaining the 3DO systems utilised, but a false paranoia I developed when people claimed a lot of controllers for the 3DO failed. I currently have 6 controllers, including this spaceship shaped Logic 3 one, and have had no issues with any of them. Moving on to the FZ-10, this was the first 3DO I bought after the release and my purchase of the PlayStation 1. I think this was the main problem which led to the 3DO's subsequent withdrawal, as at £700 in 1993 it was unaffordable to most, and the 3DO company really should have learnt the lesson given by the Philips CDI on that multimedia players don't have as wide an appeal as games consoles, although much of that I'm sure has roots regarding affordability. This FZ-10 is original, unrestored and unmodified, and has a slimmed down controller that came with this type, doing away with the headphone jack and bulk of the original. Now let's move on to the games. If you saw my video on my recent import bundle from the US, it now brings my total to 30 physical games. Because of the ODE and the FZ-1, I can keep a lot of these preserved for the future, at least the ones that haven't gotten all squashed up, though I am looking to get some of those protective outer cases that I use in my Atari Jaguar and 2600 games. Most of the long box ones I've shown on the last video, bar my copy of Demolition Man and Shanghai Triple Threat. I do tend to agree with the consensus of 3DO favourites. I too love Road Rash and the original release of Need for Speed, released in partnership with Road and Track magazine. I do also like Samurai Showdown, or should it be Showdown? On this system it's more like Samurai Slowdown, but at least the long CD load times matches the authenticity of the Neo Geo CD version. I'll have to try and download it for the ODE so I can compare them. In fact, I do want to make some comparison videos between the games here that were ported to PS1, but that will have to wait until the time I find my forever home and can finally have all the games out on display with all my consoles connected up and ready to play. Until then, and as it is, I've got to get this lot bubble wrapped, boxed up and into a storage facility up the road. Thanks very much for watching.